Hello, everyone. Thank you all for being here today. My name is Cheri Arellano with Divine Light Codes, and I am a multidimensional healer. I'm a starseed. I help other starseeds awaken to their true soul origins and their true mission here on earth. And I do energy healing primarily. I also make energy healing tools, self-healing tools for people to awaken to their own innate gifts and divine wisdom. And today I know the theme that Andro has kind of created for everyone is how to manifest, right? How to step into our power and manifest all the things that we've been wanting to manifest. And I'm going to come at it from a different angle today. I'm going to be speaking about it from the perspective of a starseed and helping you to awaken to your own soul origins. Hi, Sahar. Thank you for the shout out. How are you, love? Thank you for being here. And Deborah, you look so familiar. I don't know where I know you from, but I know you from somewhere. So, welcome and thanks everyone for being here. So, just open your minds to this topic because it's pretty woo woo and it's a little bit out there. And some of you will be right at home, and some of you will be like, oh my gosh, this is something I've never heard of. So I'm going to go ahead and start my presentation for you today, and we'll have time at the end for questions. And then we'll also have some freebies, which I'm excited to share with you at the end as well. So let's get started. And Andrew, just let me know when we're out of time or whatever, so I don't run into, any issues on that side of things. So, like I said, I do speak about star seeds a lot. I've been working with star seeds for the past 3 to 5 years. I've been learning about my own soul origins and felt a huge calling to come and help others come online with their own starseed originations. And what does that mean? So let's go to the next slide. So I'd love to see in the chat how many of you have heard of starseeds, how many of you feel like you're already a starseed, and how many of you know you're a starseed. So feel free to put your, where you are on that spectrum in the comments. I would love to see where everyone is at on this topic. And you may feel a natural resonance with being a star seed, and it's okay to own it. And we're going to explore it a little bit today, but don't feel shy, be honest and share where you feel like you are on this spectrum. So let's see. Simone says, I am one. Tiffany says, I know I'm one. Laura says, I know I'm one. I can't pronounce your name. Aricia says, yes. Elise, I feel I am a starseed. Deborah, I loved you at first sight, but for me, this is my first time meeting you. I believe I am a starseed. I feel that's how you know me. Wow, that's amazing. I feel like I know you and I've definitely seen you before. I'm thrilled to meet you as well. Thank you so much for the comment, Deborah. Linda, I've heard of it. Belinda, yes. Christina, yes. Tiffany, Arcturian, vegan, long list of stellar DNA. Awesome, Tiffany. Ina, no clue. And Michelle says, what is the star seed? Sabine says, I was told this in a dream. I heard you are star born. Oh, beautiful. Interesting. Okay. Well, I love it. I'm so glad we have the whole spectrum here. We have everyone and you know, everyone on the spectrum of being a star seed. And Brenda, hi Brenda. Brenda, thank you so much for being here. I'm so glad you could make it today. I appreciate you. So here's a quote that I love. I am open to the wisdom of the universe and the awakening of my soul's purpose. So, what are star seeds? Let's just start with that. Okay, so star seeds are souls who have originated on other planets, star systems, or galaxies. These beings reincarnated on Earth with a specific purpose often and almost exclusively to assist in the spiritual awakening of humanity. And we'll get into what that looks like a little bit later as well. Starseeds carry innate wisdom from their home origins, which may be more advanced, peaceful, or spiritually enlightened or intuitive. And starseeds are definitely old souls. Your soul is 15 billion years old and you feel ancient. You feel like you've been incarnating since the dawn of time. People might even tell you you're an old soul. That's a great clue. Now, here are some more signs. For those of you who don't know and you're not really sure, these are signs that will help you hone in or clue in to whether or not you feel like you might be a star seed. So, number one, you have a strong desire to help others. You want to heal the planet, heal the animals, uncover hidden truths. Justice is important to you. You kind of, have this strong sense of like, I'm here to do something to help others, even if you don't know what it is yet or you haven't uncovered your gift. You might have unexplained memories or dreams or visions in your meditation, some kind of intuitive knowledge about life on another planet or star system where things just look different. They don't look how they look here on planet Earth. One second, I'm just going to move my mic a little. Okay. You might also be highly empathic or psychic. So you have a heightened sense of, energies. You can read people. You're in touch with your own emotions. You might feel really sensitive in noisy or loud environments, crowded environments. And you're often very psychic or intuitive, and it could be clairvoyant, clairaudient, clairsentient, claircognizant, or you might just be empathic. All of those things, most star seeds are at least one of those, and often many. You may also feel like a black sheep of your family. So you're the weird one in the family. You're different. Your cousins don't get you, your siblings don't get you, and you just kind of feel different than the rest of your family. Maybe you've even isolated yourself from the rest of the family. Maybe early on as a child, you knew you were different, or you had a cousin tell you, you're just different. I don't know what it is. I can't put my finger on it, but there's something about you. Trauma, going back to childhood, unfortunately, many star seeds are born in chaotic households, dysfunctional households. And that's because that trauma that we endure often catapults us. It's the catalyst that moves us into our path. It moves us into our life's work and our mission. Because if things are, too comfy, cozy at home, you might not feel that pull, or you might not awaken to your pull. Now, it doesn't mean every star seed came from a traumatic household. I'm just saying many do. So I'm sure there's some of you out there who know you're all a star seed, but you didn't have a traumatic household. So that could have been a contract that you made before you incarnated into this lifetime. You were like, yes, I'll go back one more time, but don't put me in a chaotic household. Just help me remember my divinity and my divine path in this lifetime. Another telltale sign is that you may be interested in the stars, cosmology, extraterrestrials, astronomy, ancient history, all the things woo woo, right? Star Wars, Star Trek, movies that take you out into deep space. You just love it, you eat it up, you can't get enough. And you may also be a transmuter of energy. So, what does that mean? You exude light. It's in your field. You can't help it. You might be the peacekeeper in your family. You might be the middleman. You may be the mediator, or you may be at the grocery store and people just come up to you and they start telling you their problems, and you're not quite sure why. People just confide in you because they feel safe. And the reason is many star seeds, specifically Pleiadian star seeds, are transmuters of energy. So they don't even have to try. They just walk into a room and the light codes in their light field just start transmuting and transmitting healing energies and turning darkness back into light. So that is a gift of a Pleiadian starseed and many other star seeds. But you don't have to be a healer, you don't have to be a nurse or a doctor. You just have to have the light codes in your field to transmute that energy. So, how does that resonate with you guys? Anyone feeling any yeses on that little list of Sabine says all of this. Sahar says, yeah, they all hate me. Aw, no, they don't. They love you, but they don't understand you. That's for sure. Let's see. Simone says, I did have a traumatic household, so called family. Laura, yes, yes, yes. Arissa, a bunch of them, yes, yes, and yes. Deborah, yes, yes. Yay. Okay, awesome. I'm glad that that's resonating with you guys. So let's talk about the mission of Starseeds. Why are you here on Earth now in this crazy times? Why did you choose to incarnate in this human meat suit, as I like to call it, in this timeline in 2025? So you're on a deep soul level mission to guide others towards their higher consciousness. And that can manifest in different ways. So you don't have to be a healer, a psychic, a medium, all these things. You can do it through so many manifestations. You can do it through art, healing, education, working with kids, volunteering at the soup kitchen. Maybe you're part of a spiritual community or a church, and or maybe just even at work, you're the person that everybody kind of feels safe around. You embody compassion and love, and that's a way that you help others heal on this planet. You're also possibly here to heal the planet. So, Earth, Mother Earth, Gaia is a consciousness herself, and she also needs, as much as like she helps us more than we help her, we still need to support her and love her and keep the planet safe, keep the planet healthy, green, help the animals, environmental protection, sustainable living, raising awareness of the interconnectedness of all life on the planet, including the plants and the animals. So that may be a mission or a passion of yours. And that could be a really good sign that you're a starseed. Your personal growth and expansion, thirst for knowledge, growth, healing, and alignment with your soul's purpose to lift yourself up and others. That's also why you're here, because you're really here to go through this ascension with all of us. We're all in it together. The planet's ascending, we're ascending, and we really came here to have this collective experience. So if the ascension is a topic that's important to you or you feel drawn to, that's another sign that you're a starseed. So, how does this tie into this beautiful theme that we have today around manifestation? So, why does it help to know your soul origins? You feel a more of a sense of purpose. You awaken to your own divinity as you guide others towards their higher consciousness. So it's important because I've done a lot of starseed readings for people, and I have to say that a lot of the feedback I get is that once that part of them is activated, they start to have more visions, they start to feel activated, they start to get on their path, they start to eat better, to exercise, to do the things that they've been putting off on the back burner forever, because they feel this sense of responsibility and resilience, and they want to step into their light and step into their power. So once you fully know your soul origins, it really kind of activates you. And you have this inner knowing like, oh, I'm here on purpose. It's not just an accident. So you have more sense of belonging and purpose, which is really, it's like you're one step closer to manifesting your dreams when you're in that perspective, in that mind shift. Now, the other reason I love to awaken people to their soul origins is because once you learn like your Lyran or your Pleiadian or Andromedan or whatever, you can connect to your cosmic family. So you can do a meditation, call in your star ancestors and say, I would like to connect to my Pleiadian family. Please come in and circle around me. Help me get on my divine path as a starseed. Help me remember who I am as a divine soul being of light. And all the magic and the miracles will start to show up for you because now you've got the assistance of your whole starseed family. They've got your back. Does that make sense? So it's like once let's say your guide is Mother Mary, and once you know Mother Mary is one of your guides, you're going to start talking to her more and she's going to respond. That's the way the relationship works with our spirit guides. It's a two-way thing. Like we've got to reach out so they can reach back. And the more we communicate with them, the more they help us and show up for us. So it's definitely a good idea to start to connect with your starseed family with a lot of intention and being really clear on what it is you're trying to manifest and watch the miracles show up. Okay, so now we're going to get into Tiffany says, I'm a hippie through and through. I love that, Tiffany. Tiffany, me too. Interesting about the transmuter. I came in late, so pretty much just heard that. Yeah, it's a big star seed trait. A lot of people are transmuters. Okay, and then so now we're going to get into the different types of star seeds. So we've got ancient Lyrans. They're known to be kind of the oldest, one of the oldest types of star beings out there, along with angels and other beings, like the archangels. They also were master geneticists and they helped to create the feline Lyrans and the avian Lyrans. And they come from a star constellation called Lyra. You can look it up in your astronomy maps. And their planet, unfortunately, was destroyed many, many, many billions of years ago by a malevolent conquering race. So many Lyrans had to flee their home planet and move to other planets in the cosmos. So that's kind of when all the mixing and the mixed breeding started happening. We've also got Arcturians. They're a seventh, eighth, ninth dimensional collective of beings. They're mostly light, just like the ancient Lyrans. And they're here to help humanity. They have motherships positioned around our planet to help us as we go through this ascension. And they're very loving, very high dimensional beings. We've also got the Sirians from the Sirius star system and the Pleiadians from the Pleiadian star cluster. Now, Pleiadians, as I mentioned earlier, they're kind of like, in a sense, they feel responsible for humanity. They did a lot of seeding of humanity here on planet Earth, and they kind of think of us as like their little brothers and sisters, and they help us a lot with this ascension. As well as the Syrians. The Syrians were here back in the time of Egypt, ancient Atlantis, and ancient Lemuria, which I'll get into more in a minute. But these are all very high dimensional beings. Many of you have had multiple incarnations as these beings. So you might not just be Syrian, you could be Syrian and Pleiadian and Lyran. So don't think of it as like you just have one lifetime and you're from one group. You've probably incarnated many, many times, before. DW says, irony, the way you talk of them before saying they are ooving, they sounded like the Star Trek Borg. I don't know what ooving means, DW. Maybe you can clarify that. Okay, so the Anunnaki, you guys have probably heard of them. They come from a planet called Nibiru. They're said to have come and help with the civilization of ancient Egypt, as well as the Venetians and the Hathors, Isis. Think of Isis, Cleopatra, that whole timeline. A lot of them came from Venus, which is a planet of love. They're very loving beings. They're all about beauty, aesthetics, love, unconditional love, passion, sexual romance, just the divine feminine. All of that is what you think of when you think of the Venusians and the Hathors. Then we also have the more malevolent type conquering races. The reptilians and the draconians are known for being more of a conquering race because they cut themselves off from source billions of years ago. And so they've had to kind of dominate and take over other planets and use their resources to survive and thrive. The picture on the right here is a photo that I took. It was an actual statue at a resort in Hawaii. I think it was at the Hilton Resort. And I was like, wow. I was so surprised that somebody made a statue. Now, here's a Hathor statue on the right here. I took this photo too, just to show like this has been something that's been going around for, eons, this wisdom. And a lot of it's been hidden from us. So even if you look back at ancient Egypt, like this picture in the middle is a painting from ancient Egypt of Thoth, the ibis god of the moon, Thoth and the ibis god of the moon. So here's Thoth over here on the right. He's a bird-like being. He's always depicted as a bird head on a human body. And that's what the blue avians look like. So Thoth was basically a blue avian who came to Earth, and he was always depicted with a tablet and a pen because he was so wise. He gave us a lot of ancient wisdom and knowledge, and taught us about sewage systems and farming and just all kinds of things to help develop those ancient civilizations. And here's another example of a starseed of the past, the Egyptian goddess Sekhmet. There's a statue. I took that picture from a statue, a picture of a statue when I went to Cairo in 2001. There's all kinds of, statues of Sekhmet and Bastet all over ancient Egypt. She's one of the goddesses that's depicted everywhere. And she, I believe, was a feline Lyran. So another Lyran, and this is Bastet. Sekhmet and Bastet are both cat beings. Bastet is mostly depicted as like a black household cat, where Sekhmet looks more like a lioness, like a goddess. So just really interesting, as I've done this work, I've kind of like linked some of our ancient history to these beings, these starseed beings, and because it's a pretty far-fetched concept. So there are a lot of skeptical people about the whole starseed concept, and I like to kind of tie it into ancient history so you can do your own research and see what you find. But I also believe that some of the ascended masters like Jesus, Mother Mary, Buddha were starseeds of the past. They came here to do what? To lift our consciousness, to heal us, to make us feel better, to impart wisdom upon us. They came here to lift humanity, and they're still doing it today. Their legend lives on, their Christ consciousness lives on, and they're still lifting souls on the planet. And so, you don't have to be Mother Teresa, you just have to be yourself, but you definitely want to try to embody your highest timeline, which is, standing in your light, standing in your power, sharing your innate wisdom with others and lifting them up. So these are just some quick tips on how you can awaken and manifest and step more into your purpose as a starseed, cultivating more self-awareness, connecting with your starseed family, raising your vibration at every chance you get, whether it's spending time in nature, practicing gratitude, listening to high frequency music, earthing, connecting with other like-minded people. Those are all great examples of how you can lift your own vibration. And then act on your mission, take action, whether it's spreading love, creating healing spaces, or offering knowledge to others. You each have an important role here on Earth, and it's important for you to awaken to your starseed origins so you can get on a mission and spread your love and your light to the rest of humanity. And it might start with your family, it might start with yourself and then your family and then spread out from there. So I invite you guys to really do your own research on this topic. I think it's very fascinating, and it's really helped me to step into my path as a light worker and a healer as well. And one of the affirmations and activations we can do, if I have time, Andrew, let me know. We can do a quick group activation to affirm our own starseed origins. If you could let me know, Andrew. I know I'm a little over time, but I started late. So,
Yeah.
how much more time do I have?
Yeah, you can go over for 4 more minutes.
4 more minutes? Okay,
Yeah. If you need to go over a
awesome.
little bit longer, it should be fine. I hope Matthew's not going to be too upset.
Sorry, Matthew. I started late too.
No worries.
Okay. Okay, awesome. So if you guys want to participate, just close your eyes, sit up straight or lie down, whatever feels comfortable to you. And we're all going to just take a nice, deep, collective breath in. Breathing in through the nose, breathe all the way down into the lower belly and exhale. Another deep breath in and exhale. And one more beautiful deep breath in of prana. Feeling your field expand and awaken. And if you want to activate your starseed origins and your awakening, just participate in this activation. If not, that's okay too. So I invite you to now see, visualize, or imagine your beautiful ball of golden white light encircling all around you, shielding you, protecting you, keeping you safe throughout this entire transmission. And next, I want you to say quietly in your mind's eye, I call upon my benevolent starseed family members and my benevolent ancestors. I am open to receive any information, any activations, or wisdom to help me awaken my starseed origins, my past lives, and my divine remembering of who I am as a soul. Please help me awaken to my true soul origins. I am here to awaken, to love, to lift, to heal, and to meet my cosmic family. Please allow this activation to happen in divine timing, in my own divine timing. Please give me a sign of my origins, be it through a dream, a meditation, a magazine cover, whatever it is. Please give me a sign. And you can define what you want that sign to be, whether it's like a feather or a coin or a song on the radio. Just ask your guides and your starseed family to give you a sign. In divine timing, always. And when you're ready, just take one more deep breath in and hold some gratitude in your heart for what's coming, knowing that the universe has your back, your starseed family has your back, and all information will be revealed to you in divine timing. So it is done, it is done, it is done. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. And when you're ready, just open your eyes and bring yourself all the way back to your beautiful bodies. and just see how you feel. See if you had any experiences, if you saw any lights. I should also share that Pleiadians will often come through as a blue indigo light. So do Syrians. There are more Syrian and Pleiadian starseeds on the planet than any other. And so when they start to work with you, sometimes they'll show up as like a blue orb. So if any of you have seen or start to see a blue orb, just know that it's probably your starseed family or one of your guides, and don't be afraid to interact with it and let it know that you see it and be like, I see you. What's your message for me today? So, yeah, does anyone have any questions? I know I have like 1 minute left, but I wanted to also tell you about my freebies. If you go to divinelightcodes.com/pages/divine downloads, I think Andrew was going to put that link in the chat for me. You can download my free meditation playlist. There's a free prayer to clear and heal negative energies, and then there's a free something else, which I can't remember right now. And also, I have a discount coupon code for anyone who's interested and wants a Starseed reading with me. It takes about 90 minutes, and there is a $15 off coupon for all of you Thrive members. So it's Thrive 15. That's the coupon code for any healing services on my website at Divine Light Codes. But you may want a healing or you may want a starseed. You can use it for either service.